Welcome everyone into Baxter as the Upperman Lady Bees get set for a district contest with the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats here in Baxter. My name's Jacob Vincent, joined by Noah McKay for tonight's broadcast, presented by Nick's Restaurant and Watson Chevy. Glad to have you along this evening for a District 7 2A battle for the Upperman Lady Bees. 14-5 overall this season. They are 5-0 and atop the district standings for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. 2-2 in district play so far, and a big one here for the Upperman Lady Bees to stay undefeated in district play and try to stay atop the standings before a couple of big ones next week against Watertown and Stowe Memorial. We'll be trying to pay attention to Stowe Memorial in Cumberland County, which is going on this evening as well. A little bit earlier of a start time for the varsity contest. Normally the JV is getting going at 5 o'clock, and the varsity following, well, we get the varsity to start it off here this evening for the Upperman Lady Bees and the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. And we appreciate you tuning in live on the UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel today. If you're tuned in, make sure you comment along with us. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Like the stream, and make sure you share it as well. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Is trying to build that database on YouTube as well. Livingston Academy will start off with the first serve of the evening. As one of the freshmen, quite a few freshmen on this Wildcats squad, Jallo Rudd will be back there to start the service for Livingston Academy.
And I would like to officially make a proclamation, and that is to permanently have varsity play first.
Agreed.
For here until the end of time, varsity should play first.
Agree with that one. So Rudd will start it off for Livingston Academy, and that's a great serve. It's a service ace for the Lady Wildcats, and they started off with a 1-0 lead.
Tremendous serve. Just a lot of top spin on it and caught the Lady Bees a little bit off guard. So for Livingston trying to pull an upset tonight, they need a lot of that.
Rudd will try it again. That time it hits the tape and falls back on Livingston Academy's side. That'll be a service error. And the first serve of the day for the Upperman Lady Bees. It'll be Emery Huddleston to start it from the right side. Goes cross-court with it, middle back, Rudd right there. Here to the outside, a swing from the left pin, and it's blocked up well by Upperman. Right side chance for Pruitt, dug out well, tipped over the net, and Burchett's right there. In the middle, it's West. Can't put it down, a good dig, and sent over by Livingston Academy. Here's Huddleston, right side, Pruitt again, finally able to put it down, and a big kill for Emma Pruitt from that right pin for the Lady Bees.
Been somebody different every night for this Lady Bees squad. Emma Pruitt been really good. Of course, we saw Presley Hickman be unbelievable the last time we were here in this gym when they took on Stowe Memorial. So many weapons up front for Coach Permenter.
So Huddleston will do it again. 2-1 start for Upperman. That one is dug out well by the libero for the Lady Wildcats and Aubrey Garrett. Another one of those freshmen. Here's the left pin attack for Bush, who gets the start tonight for the Lady Bees. Outside, into the pin, and that's going to be an error on Livingston Academy, and another point to Upperman. On that left side, it's the sophomore Bella Harris, Livingston Academy. Fairly young squad. Of course, Cora Copeland out there. Chloe Jenkins will get a good amount of time at the front of the net as well. Two of the mainstay seniors for this Wildcats team that they have had a lot of success in volleyball in recent years. Harris sends it over. Huddleston and Pruitt down the right line, and a one-handed save attempt in the back row by Rudd. Sails out of bounds, another error, and that'll be a kill on that right side for Pruitt.
That was a really smart kill by Pruitt. She just sensed a little bit of maybe uneasiness on that back line, didn't try to kill it, just put it right there and unable to be saved.
4-1 early start for the Lady Bees here in Baxter. District 7 2A battle between these two sides and a good rivalry between these two schools. Rudd out of the back row, Burchett right there. Here's Huddleston, quick set for West. The tip shot over, and now a free ball for Upperman. Huddleston to the right side again, Pruitt into the block and tools it off of it for the points. Another kill for Emma Pruitt.
Yeah, too many free opportunities so far for the Lady Bees. The Lady Cats, if they want a chance in this one, they're going to have to get their offense working a little bit. It's been a lot of overpasses early on.
So Huddleston still serving. 5-1 start here for the Lady Bees. Copeland will send it over with the left hand. Huddleston, another right side set. Pruitt high in the air by Rudd. Doesn't hit anything up in the rafters, and now a free ball for Upperman. Huddleston, quick set. West again into the block, kept alive. And up by West and over, saved by Copeland. Back and forth we go. Huddleston keeps it off the net. Pruitt's got it on that right side. Good dig out of the back row by Rudd. Here's Copeland on the right side, left hand, and they're going to say just out of bounds off the hand in the attack by Copeland. It will be another point for the Lady Bees, 6-1 start.
3 already that I thought were pretty clearly going out of bounds that Livingston has kept in. They're going to have to know where that out of bounds line is because it's just given new life for the Lady Bees.
Good serve again by Huddleston. 5-point advantage for Upperman early on. Pruitt's right there on the dig. Here's Bush from the left side. Cross court, dug out well, an overpass, and back over it goes. And finally, Livingston lets it fly. It will be the attack error on Upperman, and Livingston a much-needed point. So Cora Copeland will go back to the service line now, trailing by 4 here in set 1 for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. Mentioned 2-2 in district play. They're coming off of a loss against Stowe Memorial Tuesday night. They lost that one 3-1. Right side attack for Bush now. Dug out well by Rudd. At the net was Garrett and sent over. Huddleston, left side. Bush trying to save it with the left hand and is going to do so. Heck of a save. Had to do everything she could not to go into the net. The left hand and puts it over.
Yeah, she wasn't ready for that to come back to her. It did, and she just made a really smart, savvy play to smack it over the left hand.
Josie Bush, very talented freshman. We've seen her in some sets and taken out of some others. But she has gotten the start tonight and played well early on. A good serve there. Here's Hickman for the first time on the left pin. And she'll send it on over. Up in the air for Copeland out of the back row. Burchett and Copeland is going to come up with the point for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, that was great by Copeland. She got a lot of power on that from the back line. Thought it was going to be an overpass, but put a ton of spin on it, able to get the point back.
7-3 start for the Lady Bees here in Baxter. Chloe Jenkins now back to that service line for the Lady Cats. Right up the middle. Burchett right there. Huddleston off the tape, and that's going to be an error. 4 touches on the Lady Bees. Huddleston couldn't quite keep it away from the net, and West couldn't get there in time.
Both teams making a few sloppy mistakes here early on in this one. Rivalry game, as always, when Hogeye and Upperman get together.
7-4 start as Livingston getting back into it a little bit. Trailed by as many as 5 here early on. Pruitt on that right side, not going to be able to get it down. Good block attempt there by Bella Harris and Mia Hughes.
As I was saying, another sloppy mistake there for the Lady Bees. So if you're Livingston, Coach Jenkins over there, you got to be okay with where you are right now.
They've gotten it within 2. It's 7-5. Jenkins a good serve. There's Burchett again. Right side, Pruitt. Dug out well. Garrett pushes to the outside. Off the block, and that's going to go down for a kill for Bella Harris from the left pin. Sophomore finding her first kill of the day. It's a 1-point set here in set 1. Once again, glad to have you along. Earlier start time today. Mentioned 5 o'clock start time for the varsity. Normally the JV goes first and then varsity follows. Today they're going to flip it. And it's a 7-6 start for the Lady Bees, but Livingston crawling back into it. Outside, Hickman, and Hickman puts it right down the line for the kill.
Maybe the most power in the Upper Cumberland, Presley Hickman. I mean, she's trying to put it through the core of the floor. Just find whatever foundation we have here under the gym in Baxter. There's a ton of power.
It'll be Hayes to serve for the Lady Bees. Copeland on the receive, now to the right side. That's Harris, nice. And Harris finds the open spot in the back row and puts it down for her second kill.
Yeah, that's why Coach Permenter not going to be happy with it all. A little bit of a lack of attention to detail for the Lady Bees in the back line. Left a huge opening, and Livingston right on top of it to get a free point.
Yeah, just like that, Burchett and some other subs coming in for the Lady Bees. Maddie Ellis in there as well, one of the defensive specialists. 8-7 start. Upperman leads by 1. Again, they led by as many as 5. It was 6-1. There's another good serve by the Lady Bees by the Lady Cats out of that back row. Not a great pass into the net and couldn't be kept alive by Huddleston. It's another point for Livingston Academy. It's Tatum Melton, another freshman back there serving.
Serve game has been pretty good for Livingston here early on. And Upperman's, they're flat right now. There's not a lot of energy out of that sideline. That's not what we're used to seeing out of this team this year.
Feels a little bit different than last week against Stowe Memorial. That one right there will help. The overpass sails out of bounds, and Presley Hickman, another point for the Lady Bees. So Upperman gets their service back, leading by 1, 9-8. Pruitt on the jump serve. Garrett over to get it, and now sent over. Middle set for Tidwell. Kept
what a
alive
save
by Garrett and sent over by Hughes. Tidwell's going to try it again. This time she puts it down. First kill of the day for the sophomore middle blocker. And now a 2-point advantage for the Lady Bees.
Very early on, Livingston has not done a bad job against some of those aggressive kills for the Lady Bees, but you give them too many opportunities and they're going to find a way to get a point on the board.
Brood will do it again from that right side. Goes cross court. Garrett now out of the back row. To the outside. Hickman lines it up off the block. Garrett right there on the dig. There's Dishman on the swing. Dishman able to put it down for her first kill of the night.
Yeah, got the friendly roll off the tape. Back and forth we go. This is one you always throw the records out the window when the team in blue meets the team in gold. You just never quite know how it's going to go.
Livingston's 2 losses this season in district play, both 4-set losses to Cumberland County and Still Memorial. The jump serve from Garrett finds the net, a service error, and Upperman back with the serve. Their 2 wins against Watertown in 5 sets and Cannon County in straight sets. Presley Hickman goes back to the service line for the Lady Bees with a 2-point advantage. And just the soft serve over. To the outside, Copeland, a left-handed left pin attack, and it goes down. Cross-court shot. Cora Copeland's second kill.
I love a good cross-court. I really do. Just, it's so smart. Everybody thinks you're going to come right at them. They're trying to get the block, and you just go right across it and find the empty spot on the court.
Having a left-hander on that left pin is always dangerous as well. Not a great set there, but a great save by Tidwell, and saves it and puts it over the net for the kill. That was a tremendous job by Bella Tidwell. Huddleston a little too close to the net, but Tidwell able to get to it before it gets into the net. Still a 2-point advantage here for the Lady Bees. Tidwell back to serve. Off the tape and falls over. The first service ace of the day for the Lady Bees.
Doing it once is impressive. Doing it twice, now that's where it becomes difficult. See if she can get that a little bit higher into the air.
And she does go a little bit higher that time. Good receive by Jenkins. Here's the swing from Jenkins on the left side. Dug out well by Hickman. Hickman out of the back row. High swing. Didn't quite catch that one well. And that's going to be the attack error from Presley Hickman and a point for L.A. Couple of subs coming in. They're back into their starting rotation as Rudd will go back there. Jallo Rudd, one of the freshmen. Side spinning serve. Another back row, and Hickman, kind of miscommunication there. Hickman thought it was going to Bush. Livingston not going to be able to save it. All kinds of miscommunication on both sides of the net, and Upperman comes up with a point.
The players aren't used to having to go before JV. Maybe
yeah, that might
locked
be
in
it.
out there. There's a lot of mistakes happening.
That might be kind of how this first set goes until somebody settles in. Right now, Upperman's got the 3-point advantage. Huddleston's back there serving, and it's a good one. Huddleston puts it down, and another point for the Lady Bees. Goose is out covering football tonight. Cumberland County on the road at Kingston.
That's close to his old stomping grounds.
That's right.
Any chance he gets an opportunity to go out there, he's going to be there.
We'll get another look at the Jets this season. There's a nice block on the right side for Pruitt and West teaming up.
Yeah, the not great news for Livingston Academies, we're going to have a timeout called here, is when we've had none of those self-inflicted wounds both ways, Upperman's controlled this opening set. That's why they got the 5-point lead.
First timeout of the evening, and the first timeout for Livingston Academy as well. Of course, we can give a big shout-out. You see a top right-hand corner of your screen, our presenting sponsor today, Nick's Restaurants. Man, do they have some good food.
They do.
Great desserts. Good atmosphere as well.
Well, they have the dessert.
They have the desserts.
Ice cream pie.
That is true.
I mean, you're thinking, what does ice cream pie mean? You just
go
have to
find
go
out.
try
Yeah,
it.
you got to go find out.
You're just going to have to go try it yourselves. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
Prime rib is tremendous. All kinds of good stuff there at Nick's Restaurant.
Salads, if you like rabbit food.
You're not one for those.
I'm not one for a salad. No, that's blatantly obvious. Not one for a salad.
Mentioned Goose. He's out covering football tonight. We'll have 4 broadcast games coming up tomorrow.
Huh.
And we get some tech football on Saturday as well. That was fun last week.
4. It's the first time we'll have 4 going on at once. I'm hoping we're ready for it.
So the timeout taken by Livingston Academy. Their first here in set one. You get two each set. Huddleston the serve. An overpass. Wow. West right there and kept alive. Huddleston to the right side. Pruitt, the tip shot over, and the pancake not there for Garrett. It's another kill for Pruitt from the right pin.
And seems like the Lady Bees may have settled in a little bit here. They're getting back into an attack game that's similar to what we've seen so far. They've got the power. They're really smart at when to try and deploy it. That time, Pruitt with a nice little dump over.
Lead is ballooned to 6 now for the Lady Bees. Their biggest here in set one. Huddleston still serving. And now a free opportunity, and it's going to turn into a point anyways for Upperman as that one is into the net.
I think Livingston's had one frontline attack so far offensively. Everything else has been out of the back line. It's just tough to generate some momentum when you're playing on your heels like that.
Haven't had too many good passes. That one an overpass in West. The foot save by Copeland.
I love it.
Sent over by Garrett. Upperman still with it. Middle set. West right there. And sent over again. Now to the right side. Pruitt adjusts off the block. Garrett saves it but can't keep it in play. And Pruitt finds another point for the Lady Bees. How about the foot save from Cora Copeland there in the rally?
And you'll be stunned to hear this. Tyler McWilliams is rooting for the Lady Bees in this one.
I am stunned.
Coach McWilliams.
Considering it is here on Dana McWilliams' court. That's a big swing, and it is put down out of the middle by Chloe Jenkins.
There you go. I mean, Chloe Jenkins hasn't had many opportunities, but we were just talking about. They get it there, and they're able to get a point on the board, take the serve back. They need a little run here. Even if they can't win this set, going to try to build some momentum into set two.
Coach Permenter trying to hype up her squad here in set one. 19-12 advantage for the Lady Bees here in Baxter. Copeland with the serve. Good receive by Hickman to the right side. Here's Bush, a big swing. Off the block and kept alive. Harris sends it over. In the air, left side for Bush again. And Bush able to put it down from the left side.
Mentioned she's just a freshman, but really, really a good player. And you're seeing how well Upperman's passing right now. Even when it seems like they're a little bit on their heels, they've got to get a dig out. They're able to get a good pass before sending it back the other way.
20-12, the advantage for the Lady Bees in serving. Bush off of Copeland, and what a save out of the back row, but it's going to be out of bounds. Rudd diving into her own bench, sends it back in play, but Copeland couldn't keep it on the right side of the pin. So another point for the Lady Bees, 21-12 here in set one. Bush with the service. High serve drops off the table. There's a quick set in the middle for Jenkins, but West right there for the solo stuff.
West above the net defensively is a big weapon for this Upperman team. She is really good about getting up there, timing up the blocks well.
2 blocks already tonight, 22-12. Now a 10-point advantage for the Lady Bees. 3 points away from taking set one. Bush will bring it over. That one didn't catch cleanly, but I think it was in. It's going to be a service ace. Copeland thought she was more on the sideline than what it was. And Bush, I said it didn't catch it quite cleanly, and I think it kind of messed up Copeland on that sideline as well.
Yeah, I think she got away with one. It was spinning on its side and somehow able to just find the line.
First service ace of the day for the freshman makes it 23-12. Bush, that one didn't catch cleanly again. Hits the tape. That was off the right side of her hand. And it will be the service error. Maddie Yellow's back into the back row for the Bees. And back to serve Chloe Jenkins for the Lady Cats. 10-point advantage for Upperman here in set one. Jenkins sends it over. West in the air to the left side. Hickman just pops it over with the right hand. Left pin attack off the net. And a point for the Lady Bees is going into the stanchion here on the left side was Harris. And makes it set point for the Lady Bees, 24-13. And Addison Fye will come in to serve set point here in set one.
She's their ace in the hole, if you will, pun intended, off the bench here to try and finish it off in the service game.
93% on serve so far this season. That one's a good one. Right side attack. High swing. Fye right there. Right side Pruitt. Pruitt puts it down and Upperman takes set one. 25-13. And the Lady Bees a dominant first set once they settled in here in Baxter. You're watching high school volleyball presented by Nick's Restaurant on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back into Baxter. A set one victory for the Upperman Lady Bees, 25-13. Got out to a big lead early on, and then Livingston got their way back into it. And then Upperman started to take control late in that first set, and kind of what we've expected to come to see from this Lady Bees squad on the volleyball courts.
Yeah, I mean, it was sloppy both ways early, and then Upperman just dominated the back half of the set. They're undefeated in district play and really haven't been tested yet in district play. So it's on Livingston to see if they can change that around. It's also on our software to actually put the thing on the screen that I keep saying to go on the screen, the scoreboard, but it'll be there momentarily.
We'll keep you updated. It's 0-0 right now as we get ready to start set two. Upperman did win set one, 25-13. Once again, appreciate you tuning in. Today's broadcast presented by Watson Chevy. Don't buy until you see Jason Fye. You've done that a couple of times already.
I have. The UCR Silverado, the Mrs. UCR Tracks. Silverado went over 100,000 miles in
And you bought it,
months?
2 years ago?
Less than, just over 2 years ago. Yeah.
We rack them
We
up.
can drive around this place, that's for sure.
So Upperman will start out with the service here in set two. Again, they're undefeated in district play so far this season. First time these two teams have met this year. A joust at the net, and that's going to be won by Cora Copeland and the Lady Cats as a lift is called on the Lady Bees.
I promise I'm trying to get the scoreboard on the screen. Please save your emails
Internet
and
connection
comments.
is not being kind to us right now.
It says it's connected just fine, but it is not going on the screen, that's for sure.
It is 1-0. Lady Cats, they've got the serve. There's the hybrid jump serve from Rudd. Quick set for West, but the block is there. Chloe Jenkins sends it right back, and it's a 2-0 start for the Lady Cats here in set two.
And it gets a rousing reaction from them out there. They love the block.
So Rudd back there serving again. 2-0 start for the Lady Cats here in set two. Right side set. On the run, Smallwood blocked up well. Pruitt sends it over. Rudd, not a great receive, and that's going to sail out of bounds. Pruitt on the left pin this time, going to come up with a point.
Fourth time, and I'm pretty sure that ball was going out of bounds that Livingston has saved and led to a point early on in this match for Upperman.
Hey, there's the scoreboard. We didn't do anything
I
different.
literally didn't change a thing. It just popped up.
It is indeed 2-1, so that's good. Good service there by Tidwell. Left side attack, Harris.
Wow.
Burchett digs it out. Here's Pruitt back on that right pin, her more comfortable spot, and Pruitt puts it down again. Garrett couldn't quite get the handle on it out of the back row. So Upperman ties it back up at 2 apiece after the Lady Cats won the first 2 points here in set two. This is Smallwood actually serving. I misspoke and said Tidwell. An overpass, and Pruitt sends it right back down. How about Emma Pruitt, the sophomore? 8 kills. And we're 5 points into the second set.
Somebody different every game. They have so many weapons And Pruitt is majorly one, and now Coach Permenter trying to fire him up as well, as it seems like the Lady Bees have woken up after a slow start.
It's a 3-2 start for the Lady Bees here in set 2. Back sets for Jenkins, just barely sends it over, and she's going to come up with the point for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, West felt like she had to hit that on its way past. She actually had help behind her. If she just lets it go, Livingston will certainly take that as they get the serve back.
So Smallwood heads to the bench as Ellis is back into the back row for the Lady Bees. 3-3 here early on in set 2. Upperman, 1 set 1, 25-13. Good serve by Copeland, kept alive and sent over by Pruitt. Left side now for Harris, goes cross court, and that is out of bounds, an attack error. And that's a really good point win there for the Lady Bees after the service from Cora Copeland.
That was a heck of a save after that serve across. It was a great one, and somehow just 3 kind of deflections put it over the net, and they're able to get the point out of it.
The senior Adriana Hayes will go back to serve now for the Lady Bees. 4-3, a 1-point lead. It's a good serve. Quick set. Jenkins right there, but couldn't get enough on it. Hickman and Tidwell send it right back down.
The athleticism of the Lady Bees up front. They've had probably 4 or 5 points already where they're just above the net and they're able to tap it down where nobody's waiting on it.
First blocks of the night for Hickman and Tidwells. They team up for 2-point advantage now for the Lady Bees. Another good serve to that back row. Jenkins in the middle, just throws it back left. To the outside, Hickman tips it over. Here's Harris with the left-handed shot. Up by Ellis to the outside. Big swing, Hickman into the block, and Jenkins right there teaming up with Garrett on the right side.
Great block by Jenkins and Garrett. You know what Hickman's going to do when she gets up that high. You got to be ready for it. Another great block. Bronsden Chaffin. Football practice must be done. He's in the building. We'll see him tomorrow night in high school football game of the week.
That's going to be a fun one. Upperman at
Always
Stowe
is.
Memorial coming up tomorrow night. Main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Here's Tidwell in the middle. Big swing, and Tidwell comes up with her 3rd kill here in the match tonight. And we got Upperman Stowe Memorial tomorrow night. UCR 2 will have these Livingston Academy Wildcats against York Institute. Macon County and Trousdale County on UCR 3 with Cookeville and Gallatin on UCR 4. Like Noah said, first time this year that we've had 4 games as Copeland sends that one into the net.
Simultaneously.
I don't know how that's possible.
And my apologies. I missed a point. I'm doing a lot right now, trying to. 5-7. Not 6-7, which apparently is a thing. That I said 2 weeks ago, and Hallie let me know that I said it and asked me if it was on purpose. It was not.
We're old now. There's a kill on the left side for Hickman again for the Lady Bees.
Do you know what that means?
No.
6-7? Apparently it's a thing, and I said it 6 or 7 or something like that, and that was hilarious.
Well,
so there you go.
probably doesn't mean anything good, I would imagine.
I have no clue what it means.
8-5. Early lead and makes it 9-5. Hughes sends that one out of bounds. 4-point advantage here for the Lady Bees. Pruitt back there serving for Upperman, winning set 1, 25-13. Have the early lead here in set 2. Coach Jenkins trying to get her squad fired up. That one had some pace on it. And sent over now by the Cats. To the outside, here's Hickman. And into the block and down, Hughes and Garrett on that right side. So 2 kills, or 2 blocks, I should say, both from J.C. Garrett and Mia Hughes. And coming in for the service will be Tatum Melton. 9-6 early on here in set 2. Ellis sends it high in the air and sent over by Hickman. To the left side, Dishman sends it into the net. And that'll be a point for the Lady Bees. Back in is Smallwood as Ellis heads to the bench. Back there to serve will be Hickman with a 4-point lead. Garrett into the middle for Hughes. Off the top of the block. Hickman keeps it up. To the outside, Smallwood lines it up and puts it down. Lana Smallwood for the first time tonight.
Smallwood, she put it to the last inch that she could out there, but able to get it down inbounds. And really, most of the points for Livingston have come off of Upperman mistakes. It's been the Lady Bees in control through the early half of this match.
Yeah, not too many attacking points for the Wildcats tonight. There's a good serve by Hickman from that left side. too close to the net, and it's going to be a point for the Lady Bees again. And this is about the point that Coach Jenkins took a timeout in set one, down by 6 here in set 2 now, 12-6.
Yeah, I was just thinking you may see another one because you got to win this set if you're Livingston. You get on 2-0, the odds of you winning 3 straight against this Upperman team very, very low.
So Hickman sends it over. That one drops off the table and a service ace for Presley Hickman. Nothing that Livingston Academy can do about that one.
Presley Hickman can do everything. I mean, she can do absolutely everything out there on the court. That's a great serve.
It's a luxury when you got a 6th rotation player out there. And that is Hickman. Never comes out.
Another one.
And that one is not going to be saved by Livingston Academy. And it is indeed another one by Presley Hickman and another point for the Lady Bees. It's 14-6, and Livingston Academy is going to make a change as Bella Harris now checking back in as they're really picking out the freshman into that back row, and Tatum Melton. Harris comes in for her. Hickman, another service. Goes to Harris. Front row, and Tidwell denies it at the net. And there is the timeout here in set 2. 15-6, a 9-point lead for the Lady Bees.
Want to shout out one of our newest all-inclusive sponsor during football season. You've heard of them before. You'll hear them a lot more. Legacy House in Smithville. Listen, okay, it's getting cooler outside, first of all. So let me talk to my fellas.
Just not this week.
Not this week.
Next week I will.
To the fellas for a second. Okay, this is right in the heart of Smithville. You make sure you follow them on Facebook. They post all the time. Legacy House. I got this Tennessee windbreaker thing, the old school. I don't even know how to describe it. Fantastic. What I'm saying is there's all sorts of goodies in this store. Ladies, you're going to get a whole new wardrobe in there. It's going to look great. Trust me. All the trends, everything. They have great homemade goods in there. Top-of-the-line clothing as well. Some home goods. It's fantastic. Legacy House in Smithville. We want to thank them for being one of our newest all-inclusive sponsors. And also, go and check them out this weekend. Maybe go tomorrow. Get your weekend fits. Get what you're going to wear to the Tech game, and then what you're going to watch Tennessee beat Georgia in. Legacy House in Smithville. A lot more to come on that, but we just want to give them a shout-out here today.
It's going to be a big day for Tech on Saturday as well. Of course, welcoming in Davidson, but it's band day. They've got a lot of stuff going on pregame as there's another service ace for the Lady Bees and Presley Hickman, who is just going on an absolute run right now from the service line.
Yeah, it's Livingston's going to have something turn the tide in a hurry, or they're in some big trouble today.
And Coach Jenkins trying to find the formula in the back row, and it's going to be another free opportunity for the Lady Bees. Good pass, good set. Tidwell into the block. That's a great block by Hughes. Left side, Smallwood sends it over. Copeland digs it out. There's Dishman on the left side, blocked by Tidwell. Bella Tidwell, another block. She's got 2 solo blocks tonight, now 3 total on the night. It's 17-6 here in set 2. Coach Perminter directing where she wants the serve. It's an overpass. Wow. Tidwell makes them pay.
That's just really smart. Everyone collapses because of the power that we've seen with those kills. She recognizes it. There's a huge gaping hole on one half of the floor and puts it right there for the point.
And again, another substitution for Livingston Academy, just trying to get them out of this rotation. Hickman, that's about the only way they were going to get out of that rotation. Hickman sends it out of bounds for the service error. It's 18-7 as Copeland will check back into the front row for the Wildcats.
And they need a run right now, and a major one if they want a chance in this match.
J.C. Garrett's back there serving. Jumps up and sends it over. Hickman on the receive in the middle for Tidwell and pounds it down. Bella Tidwell, 5 kills, and a lot of them have come here in set 2. Makes it 19-7, a 12-point advantage.
And Coach Jenkins is now very frustrated over there. That's as animated as you're going to see her on that sideline. And Coach Perminter has a big old smile on her face on the left side. They've had some battles back with Coach Perminter with Stone, and now here.
Copeland the receive, tipped over, another overpass, and that one's going to go down for a Livingston Academy point, a much-needed point. As the offense is able to get the job done, They'll get the serve back, trailing by 11. Now you said it. Coach Jenkins, he's been doing it for a while for Livingston Academy. They've had a good amount of success over these last handful of years as well, going deep in the playoffs and having some battles, like you said, with Stone Memorial in those handful of years. That one just out of bounds from the service of Livingston Academy and will be a service error, making it 20-8.
You're seeing the depth of this Lady Bees team, the amount of different weapons that they have that all do something a little bit different from each other. Another good serve.
Yeah, Huddleston put some pace into that one. Here's a right side attack for Copeland, but denied from the left side. West and Smallwood over there. First block of the night for Smallwood. West finds her third. 21-8. A dominating performance here in set two. Good serve again from Huddleston. Left side attack for Jenkins. Burchett keeps it up, but Huddleston couldn't quite get it up in the air as Jenkins is able to find the hardwood from that left side.
Yeah, she's been pretty much the only Lady Wildcat to have consistent success up there, but just hasn't had many opportunities to do anything.
So Rudd back there to serve here for the Lady Cats. On the run, sends it over. Quick set for West. Into the block, and Jenkins denies it for Livingston Academy. You said it. Been about the only one that's had a lot of success there at the net. She's got 3 blocks so far tonight, the middle blocker for Livingston. Makes it 21-10. Down by 11 are the Lady Cats, but you mentioned it. Coach Jenkins obviously much more pleased over the last few rallies than what she's seen with her team. A good serve there by Rudd. Here's a right side attack for Smallwood going cross court, and that one falls in there for Lana Smallwood. Second kill of the evening. And Coach Jenkins asking if that was out. Obviously, it was right in front of her. She had a pretty good view of it.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you 99% of the time what's in or out up here. That's a fine line.
We're talking with Matt Wilson after their last match against Stowe Memorial. Those line judges got a tough job. You got to watch the end line and the sideline. Got to watch for tips as well. Here's Pruitt into the block and kept alive by West. Hickman rolls it on over. Up in the air, right side. Copeland, big swing. Good dig out of the back row, Huddleston. Hickman over. Hickman puts it down, and Coach Permenter and the squad pumped up about it.
Yeah, that was a huge save. I mean, she loved that one on the back end. It was crushed right to her, but there's a lot of heat on that. Be able to control the ricochet and set your offense up to go win the point.
Can tell Emery Huddleston's been working on that.
Yes. That's gone.
And that one, little too much juice. It's not good when we're saying that's gone in volleyball.
No, that one got hit.
From over there at the baseball field, then absolutely.
That one got hit to the front office, actually.
23-11 here in set two. Copeland back to serve for the Lady Cats. Left-handed serve. That one's going to fall for a service ace. Just dropped off the table. Burchett thought it had enough juice on it. That is a tremendous serve from the senior.
Yeah, Livingston's not been bad in the serve game. They just haven't had many opportunities with it. They've been able to mix up kind of the strategies where they're putting it.
Copeland, one of their better servers. Yep. Obviously one of their seniors as well. 23-12. Trying to push off that set point as long as they can. Left side, Hickman. Good save by Copeland. Harris in the air to Garrett's, and a block by West. Out of the back row. Sent over off the tape. Huddleston puts it up. West sends it over after the adjustment. Here's Harris again. A big swing. A whistle. And a net violation on Upperman.
It's one of the first long rallies we've had in this match so far. That was fun to watch.
Has not been too much back and forth. Still a 10-point set here in set two. 23-13. Copeland back there serving again. The lefty steps up and sends it over. Right side, Pruitt. Good dig again by Copeland. Here's Harris down the line. To the outside, Hickman lines it up, and Rudd right there. Harris couldn't get to it in time. That's a point for the Lady Bees, and set point here in set two. 24-13. And here comes 5 for the service yet again. She was the one who came in in set one and won it 25-13.
Unlike her family's favorite school, Florida, she has a clutch gene.
That was a struggle last week.
No, it was beautiful.
There's a big swing by Pruitt, and Pruitt ends it again for the Lady Bees. She's got 9 kills through 2 sets. It's 25-13 in set 2, and the Upperman Lady Bees lead Livingston Academy 2-0 in the match. You're watching high school volleyball presented by Watson Chevy on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to Baxter. 25-13 winners in sets 1 and 2 for the Upperman Lady Bees as they try to get the job done in straight sets here in set 3. Livingston Academy, of course, going to have something to say about that. But for the Lady Cats, they just haven't been able to get into their attack game. We've seen Chloe Jenkins get it going a little bit, but just haven't had too many chances.
No, they haven't. Upperman's completely controlled the match through 2 sets so far in every way. I mean, from the serves, unforced errors, really most of the points for Livingston have come on mistakes by the Lady Bees. They were undefeated in district play, and they look every bit the part of a team that has some big aspirations this year.
Well, if they take care of business tonight, they're going to have a chance to wrap up the district next week.
That's
and
incredible.
There's still a few weeks left in the regular season. Come the end of September, the first week of October, they play Watertown on Monday. That is a district opponent. And then at Stowe Memorial on Tuesday next week. Stowe Memorial playing Cumberland County tonight. If they can beat Cumberland County and then maybe try to upset the Lady Bees, then it gets a little bit interesting in terms of the district in the regular season.
And that's, of course, assuming they take care of business everybody else in district play.
Exactly. Cumberland County, they've had some things happen with their roster where they're a little bit different than what they had at the start of the season. And some injuries and transfers involved, and so they look a little bit different now. So it seems like it's a 2-man race between Upperman and Stowe Memorial for that 7-2A crown. Livingston starts off with a serve, and there is Bush, who did not play there in set 2. Lana Smallwood did, and Josie Bush comes up with a kill.
And we'll see if it's a 2-team race, because we mentioned in the opening, it remains true. This is a Lady Bees team that has not been challenged in district play. That could change at any point in time. It could change in this set, but they just have not faced much adversity at all.
Of course, beat Stowe Memorial 3-1. That one's dug out well by Huddleston to the outside. Bush sends it back row, kept up by L.A. Wildcats send it over. That's Copeland. To the outside, Bush again, into the block, and puts it down. Josie Bush, 2 kills to start it off here in set 3, and both sides now look like they're a little more in tune with how they want to be playing.
Yeah, it was sloppy early. There were a lot of mistakes. The gym is not really raucous right now, which is very rare for Livingston Upperman.
Again, normally JV starts at 5, varsity follows. That's a great dig by Huddleston again. Sent over by Hickman. To the right side, Copeland into the block, kept up, sent over. Huddleston pushes it outside. Bush able to get it over, but Copeland puts it right back down. Third kill of the night for Cora Copeland in Livingston Academy as a 3-1. Well, now it's 3-1, I should say. And Copeland will send it over. It's a good serve. Hickman right there. To the outside, here's Pruitt. The roll shot. Push it outside for Harris. That one's a little too high and out of bounds. Point for the Lady Bees makes it 3-2.
There just really hadn't been any runs for Livingston at all. I'm not sure if they've won 3 points in a row at any point in this match.
Okay, now it's 3-1. I was going to say, I thought the
so
score.
I was right
you
before.
were right.
Okay, good. I'm not.
They already had the Upperman points on in the last point. That service ace will make it 4-1.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Well, I'm not crazy because I that's why
the inanimate you out there in the
okay.
world. You're crazy.
Fair enough. Service ace there for Josie Bush. Second one tonight. Freshman again played set 1, did not play set 2. Back out here in set 3. Wow. Off the tape and down. Back-to-back service aces.
The celebrations cracked me up. I don't even know what that last one was. Running at each other, throwing their hands up in the air.
It's kind of like some touchdown celebrations we may be seeing from the Packers tonight.
What is a touchdown?
There's a nice block by West and Pruitt teaming up.
I'm a Titans fan. I haven't seen a touchdown this year.
That was a brutal football
That's what the
game.
Other teams watch?
I had that one on, unfortunately.
I would be a better football coach than Brian Callahan.
I fully believe that. I fully believe
my
that.
game management would be better. I know that.
It's not hard.
No.
That one sent over, and Copeland able to put it over.
Cora Copeland is just a really smart athlete in every sport she plays, but she's great at having the vision to know where to put it. That time, there's a huge hole. Two-hand touch, right over, easy point.
Find the soft spot on that other side. 6-2 is the start for the Lady Bees, and now we've got stoppage. They figured that out. Bush is on the bench, and a service error by Jenkins. Hayes and Tidwell coming in for the Lady Bees.
It's just been fairly flat for Livingston in this one, and that's, you got to give a big credit to the opponent and the Lady Bees, but they've just handled business, and sure seems like this game's getting close to being over.
Taking advantage of it. 7-2 start. That's a good serve from Hayes. Right side attack for Harris, and Harris able to put it down.
Announcer Jinx, there you go. You're welcome, Hawkeye.
Third kill of the night for Bella Harris. More substitutions for the Lady Bees. Livingston Academy will match. 7-3 starts here in set 3. Upperman won the first 2 sets, 25-13 apiece. They are leading the match 2-0. They are 5-0 this season in district play. Livingston Academy 2-2. As LA will get the York Dragons coming up on Monday next. Big swing. Pruitt into the block. Now left side for Hickman. She'll roll it down. Good dig out of the back row. Back row attack for Copeland. Burchett right there. Here's Pruitt again. Powers it through the block this time.
And the little things with this Lady Bees team, right? You had the block for Livingston, but it doesn't lead to a point because somebody else for Upperman is right there ready to back it up and keep it alive. Those are the things that lead to the success that they've had. It's doing the little things, being in the right position to extend these points.
Emma Pruitt, 10 kills here in the match so far in set 3, and that one was hammered by Pruitt, and a service error. So J.C. Garrett has the serve now for the Wildcats. 8-4 advantage for Upperman here in Baxter. Jumps up and sends it over. Quick set, Tidwell off the tape, and Garrett can't keep it in. It's another kill for Bella Tidwell. She's got 6. So Josie Bush will come back in now as she checks into the front row. I think Maddie Ellis was actually up there in the front row, and she's a defensive specialist. So that one sails out of bounds. A service error from Hickman, and Coach Permenter just kind of throws her palms in the air.
Well, back-to-back serves for the Lady Bees that go up, up, and away. And Coach Permenter, she's experienced. She knows you don't want to leave life, right? Livingston wins this set, all of a sudden the entire complexion of the match changes.
It's a very high lofted serve from Garrett Tidwell. Straight into the block as Chloe Jenkins is there to deny it. It's her third solo stuff tonight.
Watching Coach Permenter is just an experience and a half. She is not happy at all.
Need her mic'd up one of these times for some of Goose's videos. Is that one not a great pass, and it's going to be another good serve and a point for Livingston Academy.
Great job here by Livingston to hang around, stay alive, give yourselves a chance, keep playing.
Aubrey Garrett on the service. It's a 2-point set here in set 3.
And the first time they've won 3 points in a row in the match.
The outside Bush. Kept alive by Dishman. Here is Dishman on the left pin. Tidwell cannot deny it. Tooling it off is Dishman for the kill. And we are back to 1, 9-8. They were able to get it close in set 1, kind of at this point, and then Upperman went on their run. We'll see if they're able to answer back here. Huddleston, not a great set. It goes over, and that was just out of bounds. The attack error from Emery Huddleston.
We'll see if it's almost timeout time for Coach Permenter. And if you're Coach Jenkins, you have to love the bounce back of your team. And she just looked up at the scoreboard, realized it's tied, and said, let's go. Clapped her hands together.
Kind of a perplexed look right now from Coach Permenter there on the sideline. Good serve again out of the back row. This is Hickman. And a little miscommunication. Livingston went on such a good run, but the miscommunication will halt that, and Upperman back up by 1.
And we'll see if the service game's any better for the Lady Bees. The last 2 have gone way out of play.
So Tidwell will go back to serve, the sophomore middle blocker. It's a good one. Garrett to the right side. Copeland a big swing. Dug out by Pruitt. Left pin attack for Bush off the top of the block. Copeland high in the air. This is Dishman on the left side, and that is going to be a point for Upperman as Dishman put it to the left side of that left pin.
Yeah, and the problem for Livingston is you just had that great run, and you're still down 2 because Upperman started this set so dominantly.
11-9, 2-point advantage here for the Lady Bees. Good serve again. Copeland sends it over. Opportunity here for Upperman. Back row attack, Hickman. Big swing, dug out. It's an overpass. Slide attack for West. Able to put it down. First kill of the night for Bailey West, the senior middle. Coach Jenkins again trying to fire up her squad here in set 3, now trailing by 3. Tidwell, another good serve. Good receive that time by Jenkins. Right side attack for Copeland. Hits it into the net. Another point for the Lady Bees.
I wouldn't hate a timeout here if you're Coach Jenkins. Of course, she's getting paid to do it. I'm not. Just feels like that momentum that they started to grab has been relinquished a little bit.
13-9. Upperman up by 4 here in set 3 with a 2-0 advantage in the match. Copeland from the right side again into the block in town. Josie Bush and Bailey West team up for it. That was thunderous on that left side.
Copeland, she hit the daylights out of that volleyball, but it was blocked right back to her. That was a really good play both ways.
5 blocks tonight for Bailey West, and the high lofted serve sails a little too much for Tidwell. It's a service error. Livingston Academy gets the serve back, down 14-10. Coming in to serve will be Jella Rudd. Outside, Bush. Overpass. Not a great pass there, and Huddleston couldn't quite save it from going over. It's going to be a point for Livingston Academy, so they make the mistake, but able to come out with the point.
Rudd's done a nice job when she's come in to serve. She opened the game with an ace back there. She's able to pinpoint it really well.
Kind of the crow hop serve. And not a great pass that time. Huddleston can't get to it. Coach Permenter looking to the bench. Not happy with her squad at all. Still up by 2.
As she said, wake up is what Coach Permenter just yelled.
Rudd the serve, some backspin on it that time. Huddleston to the middle. West had to adjust. It's another error by Upperman, and it's 14-13.
And those passes that were so crisp earlier, these last couple of points have not been there for the Lady Bees, and Livingston's been able to capitalize, and it's all starting here with some really good serves.
Lady Cats getting back into it. Hickman to the outside. Bush, big swing. Kept up by L.A. and sent over. There's Burchett. Here's Pruitt from the back row. Not a great pass there. Sent back to the back row, and this is going to be 4 touches by Livingston Academy. So Upperman finally able to get the point back. 15-13, they lead by 2, and now back in their starting rotation with Huddleston going back to serve. So that's where they want to be. As I say that, and right into the net.
The jinx is working today. And that's 4 missed serves so far in this one set for the Lady Bees.
Pretty simple message from Coach Permenter there. Stop making errors.
That's good advice.
Still leading by 1. Copeland
Great
puts
serve.
it down for the service ace for the Lady Cats.
Cora Copeland is having herself a match, and it's going to prompt a timeout by Coach Permenter.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds on UCR.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
We're back here in Baxter, 15-all here in set 3. Upperman leads the match 2-0. Timeout taken by Upperman there first. And again, the message pretty simple there in the huddle for Coach Permenter and the squad. Quit making errors, aided by the little fan in the stand saying,
she goes, the little girl in the stand said, yeah. And Coach Permenter looked at him and said, you tell him.
It's a really good serve, but Upperman able to keep it up. Big swing by Bush on the right side. Sent over. Opportunity here for the Lady Bees. Pruitt from the right pin. Big swing. Sent over, and Bush hammers it down.
And we tell you what Coach Jenkins said, but we couldn't hear it because it was less animated than the Upperman Lady Bees huddle. But that was a really good play by Bush. She's having a really good match so far.
Yeah, it gets very quiet between points here in the gym, so you can pretty much make out, especially when Coach Permenter's talking, you can pretty much hear everything in that huddle. Big swing there by Bush. She has the service here. Really good one. That's a great save by Rudd. Now a free ball for Upperman. Right side, Pruitt. Big swing into the block. Kept up by Huddleston. Left side, Hickman. Not going to save it as it goes out of bounds. Another error by the Lady Bees, and we're tied up at 16. Tough angle there for Hickman after the pass. Lady Cats trying to scrape together a third set here and force a fourth. Jenkins sends it over to the outside. Hickman, big swing, puts it down. Presley Hickman finds herself a kill for the first time in a while.
I think the winning percentage of points for Upperman when they get a clean pass like that to Presley Hickman has got to be over 90%. That is the worst thing you can see if you're an opposing team.
And here comes Addison Fye. She has only come in for set points in sets 1 and 2. And now in a 1-point set, she comes in up by 1. Off the top of the block. Huddleston will send it to the outside. Hickman, cross courts, kept off the net and sent over by Jenkins.
Watch out.
Tidwell sends it down.
And Addison Fye comes in. She is probably the most consistent server on the team for the Lady Bees. You know exactly what you're going to get, and that gives you a lot of confidence why she comes in these big spots.
Tensions start to rise a little bit here at 18-16. Another good serve by Fye. Fye finds a service ace.
Big moment here for Livingston Academy. They played much better in this set, but it'll be all for naught if they can't find a way to win it.
Up by 3 now are the Lady Bees, 19-16. Lady Cats have had it tied a couple of times. Fye sends this one over. Another good one. Right side, it's mishit and almost worked out. And sent over by the Bees and Ellis. Here's Harris on the left side. Fye, the one-handed save off the backboard, and it threw Ellis off the mark.
The backboard is all the way up there, and it ricocheted off the glass, almost went through the hoop on its way down.
So 19-17, and the Lady Cats do have the service back. They made some substitutions. You got to wait for the signal from that side judge. And now able to bring in Tatum Melton for the service.
Livingston needs a run here.
They were able to go on one when they were at the service line last time.
It's a good serve.
It's a really good serve. Here's Hickman. Big swing. What a dig by Garrett. Sent over, and that's going to be out of bounds, an error, but heck of an effort by the freshman libero, Aubrey Garrett, out of the back row to save that one from Hickman. It's going to be a point for Upperman, but my goodness.
Yeah, it's a tremendous dig, as you mentioned, to just keep it alive.
There's Pruitt now for the Lady Bees, down the line right side. Copeland there. Here is Dishman, big swing, and there's Burchett. Hickman, another big one, puts it down. No, just out of bounds. The attack error from Hickman from that left side. Another point for Livingston Academy. Makes it 20-18. J.C. Garrett back to serve.
Not all errors made the same. That one was very close to being an emphatic point.
Good serve by Garrett. Not a great pass. Huddleston sends it over, and that's out of bounds. Another error by Upperman. It's 20-19. Seems like Upperman just kind of scraping to the finish line right now. Who wants it more here in set three?
They hope they're scraping to the finish line. You could be scraping to a checkpoint, not the finish line.
Garrett, another good one. Huddleston up in the air right side. Hickman sends it over. There's Garrett again. Off the tape and over for Livingston Academy as J.C. Garrett just pushes it off the tape.
I'm not sure what the Lady Bees were thinking there either. They had an opportunity to keep playing, and they kind of just watched. Not sure if they were expecting a net violation or what in that situation.
Well, first of 5 wins. Got to win by 2. 20-20 here in set 3, and it's a service ace for the Lady Cats, and they've got a lead here in set 3, 21-20.
And a crowd that has always makes the trip was pretty quiet. Now they're getting a little more fired up here.
Does Upperman have a response here in the third set? J.C. Garrett, another serve. It's another really good one. In the middle, Tidwell. Big swing and another great dig by Aubrey Garrett. Right side, Copeland, tip shot, no. Whistle. A point for Upperman. A lift called on Livingston Academy. I didn't know if it was going to be a net violation.
Yeah, close.
They get the lift on the Wildcats, and we're tied at 21.
Yeah, which one happened first is the only question, because there was definitely a lot of bodies into that net. So
Presley Hickman with the service. She is who went on that run in set 2 to really take the lead. That one hits the top of the tape, but then falls on the side of the Lady Bees.
I mean, if you expected no drama in Upperman Livingston, you're not familiar with the rivalry. There had to be something interesting that was going to happen in this one.
22-21, Livingston leads, and Garrett the service. Huddleston for the middle, Tidwell. Tidwell gets a tip, and it's down for the Lady Bees. 8 kills on the night. Back and forth we go late in set 3. Livingston trying to keep the match alive. Upperman trying to end it. 22-22. Tidwell back there to serve. Good receive. Here's Jenkins on the left side. High swing. Up in the air for Bush. Into the block, and the block saves it for the Lady Cats as Jenkins and Copeland team up forward on that right side.
Can Livingston get to their first set point of the match? To do so, they got to find a way to take advantage of this service opportunity.
Well, they make a couple of substitutions. They're back in their starting rotation. Jallo Rudd back there to serve. 23-22, late in set 3. As they try to keep this match alive. On the run, sends it over. In the middle, big swing West. Just tips it over. A save for the moment, but West able to get it down.
I mean, this has been back and forth the last 6 or 7 points or so.
Just trading points.
Trading them.
23-23 for the Lady Bees. They've got the service. Win 2 straight points, you win the match for the Lady Bees.
For either team. Or they don't win the match, but they can win the game, or set rather.
Huddleston the serve. Harris high swing out of bounds. It is match point, 24-23.
Timeout.
And a timeout taken by Livingston Academy. We'll take a break. Back in 30 on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Located at the end of Prosperity Drive on a quiet cul-de-sac in Prosperity Point, this home offers 2,964 finished square feet. Features include a split-bedroom plan, large open great room and dining room for gatherings and entertaining, spacious primary suite, generously sized guest bedrooms, partially finished basement with walkout access, and a two-tiered back deck overlooking the pool. Priced at $414,900. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 for more information.
24-23, match point for the Lady Bees. Emery Huddleston back to serve for Upperman. Down the line, good receive. Right side, here's Copeland, sends it over. Burchett cannot keep it up. A point for the Lady Cats will extend this set, 24-24. And now, whoever wins 2 straight points will win set 3.
Back and forth we go. This entire set has been like this, especially the back half of it.
Got to win by 2. Lady Cats will have the service. Copeland on the serve. Here's a right side attack for Bush. Kept up and down. Upperman up by 1. 25-24, it's match point again for the Lady Bees for the second time here in set 3. It'll be Josie Bush, the freshman. Good serve, and it's down. Upperman wins the marathon and the match in straight sets, 26-24 in set 3. After going back and forth for so long late there in the set, Upperman able to get the job done.
Yeah, really fun last set especially. Upperman was pretty clinical those first couple of sets, but they were able to hang on late and really rally in that third set. A little bit of adversity for the first time in the match. Coach Perman's here. She's not going to love everything that happened in that third set, but one thing about Upperman, they're never going to apologize for a win over Livingston Academy. They get a win over Livingston Academy tonight, and they continue really their dominance early on in district play.
Yeah, still undefeated in district play, 7-2A play, 6-0. They get Watertown Stowe Memorial coming up Monday, and then on the road at Stowe Memorial on Tuesday after a tournament coming up this weekend for Livingston Academy. They're now 2-3 in district play. They will host York coming up Monday. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Who are you going
today.
with?
We've had a couple of obvious ones the past couple of matches that we've had. Not tonight. I'm going to go with the freshman, though, Josie Bush. She played really well in that first and third set, had some good serves, and was able to get it done up around the net as well. I'm going to give it to the freshman today as the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Only played 2 sets, 5 kills, a block, and 4 service aces tonight. Emma Pruitt, a nice night as well. 10 kills and 2 blocks for her. But the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game is the freshman, Josie Bush. Upperman wins another one. Now 15-5 on the season overall, 6-0, undefeated in District 7 2A play. And, well, that's going to do it for us for volleyball tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. 25-13, 25-13, 26-24, straight set victory for the Lady Bees. Coming up tomorrow, got all kinds of action coming your way. UC Game Day morning at 9 o'clock. We'll get you ready for all of the games. We've got 4 broadcast games tomorrow on UCR 4. Cookeville hosts Gallatin. UCR 3, Macon County hosting Trousdale County in the battle between Lafayette and Hartsville. On UCR 2, York Institute traveling to Livingston Academy, and the high school football game of the week on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel, Upperman at Stone Memorial. We'll wrap it all up with, hopefully, the Friday Night End Zone show.
We definitely should have it tomorrow night.
Coming up.
We should have it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in on Saturday. We'll be on the call as Tech hosts Davidson on 106.1 The Eagle. No on play-by-play. I'll be down on the sideline and get a chance to talk with Coach Wilder at halftime and after the game as well. We hope you tune in for those. And then next week, we're back with the Tuesday Night Football Show. Thank you for tuning in tonight for some volleyball. Football coming up tomorrow. For Noah McKay, I'm Jacob Vinson. Lady Bees, straight set victory.